Hello, thank you for joining us today to learn more about why you should vote no on Measure T, which will save Measure Y. Measure T is a developer's dream and a taxpayer's nightmare. Measure T stands for trouble and is nothing but terrible for San Mateo residents. Construction costs are also part of the problem, not Measure Y or any kind of zoning. Again, construction of new housing costs $800,000 a unit plus, and it's rising by double digits. The high cost of construction, the labor, the materials, the financing, insurance, make those buildings unaffordable, not Measure Y. The cost of those buildings is the same in cities that don't have anything like Measure Y. And the prices are the same, regardless of whether they have Measure Y. The cost of land is also directly related to its zoning. So if you upzone the land to support more development, you increase the cost of the building. That gets passed on to the future tenants of the building. Also, buildings that exceed 5 to 7 stories have to be constructed differently. They can't make them with just wood. They have to use reinforced concrete or even steel. And they're exponentially or significantly more, an order of magnitude, more expensive to construct. You don't have to believe me. San Jose does an annual cost of residential development survey. And pulling directly from that, we can see that the average total development cost per unit in 2023 increased 12 to 13% over the past 18 months and continued to be the most significant barrier to new housing construction. Another paragraph cites construction costs remain the biggest barrier to housing development in the city. Right? In other words, it's not zoning. It's not anything else but those construction costs that are approaching. And in many affordable projects, those costs have actually exceeded $1 million a unit. The Chan Zuckerberg Initiative has an affordable housing solutions article where they corroborate this, saying rising construction prices are a significant contributor and that those costs in California, they're particularly bad, and they've increased by 36.5% between 2021 and 2024, and that trend continues. We also need to ask the question of why are we not protecting existing affordable housing? McKinsey and Company put out this article about preserving the largest and most at-risk supply of affordable housing. And they state that in the United States, naturally occurring affordable housing, they call it NOAA, is at risk. And it constitutes the largest supply of affordable units and are predominantly inhabited by low-income people of color. And NOAA assets typically tend to be older and are more likely to be redeveloped when sold, which is increasing the rate at which NOAA units are being lost and further shrinking the supply of affordable housing. In other words, gentrification is a huge problem with regards to solving the affordable and preserving existing affordable housing. And anything that gets built that's new is going to be more expensive. Nothing ever gets replaced with something that's cheaper, right? I mean, that's just kind of common sense. Well, we asked the city of San Mateo, why aren't you focused on preserving existing affordable housing? And their answer was kind of surprising. And they gave us this quote where they basically said that we can't focus on every single area during this cycle. So our housing element's primary focus is around production. Well, the translation there is now we'd rather build, baby, build. T doesn't do what it says it will, and it does a lot of bad things it says it won't. So we urge you to vote no on Measure T for many reasons. Key among those, again, any given council with just 3 votes. That 15% affordable housing becomes 0% or whatever they want. Follow the money. We showed you all the developers and how much they love Measure T and how much they want this to pass so they can build whatever they want. Measure Y and its predecessors have always been about trust and your voice versus the heights and densities aspect of it. You lose Measure Y, you have to trust developers. You have to trust construction unions and real estate interests. You have to trust the state and your council, and we don't, for good reason, as you can see. And then, as covered, the state laws that grant substantial height and density bonuses on top of Y. There is no need to overturn Y to support growth, especially when Y automatically sunsets in 2030. So we urge you, don't reward bad policy and process with your precious vote, and vote no on Measure T and save Measure Y. Thank you for your time. If you are interested in helping us out, you can visit our website at smartergrowthsm.com, lower left-hand corner, or you can email us at smartergrowthsm@gmail.com with any questions or if you want to get involved. Thanks for listening.